welcome back to another Dune Awakening how-to guide, and today I'm going to be showing you how to actually survive in a wacket when it comes to hydration. Since if you're anything like me, you are constantly running out of water, and today I'm going to show you the fastest and easier way to stockpile it so you will no longer have to deal with that petty thing called dehydration and dying out in the middle of nowhere like I have many times. So let's go ahead and jump right into this and let's discuss how to get you some wonderful liquid. So to start off here, there's a few things you need to keep in mind if you want to make sure you don't die from dehydration. First of all, the main one you want to go ahead and do, make sure you are doing your main story missions, which you can go ahead and find under journal or hitting J on your keyboard, and make sure you progress through the new beginning. Because we need to go ahead and do some of the quests. You know how you go collect X number item, build certain things. You know how survival games go at that point. But once you do a handful of the quests and you get to the point where you unlock a blood attractor, as well as a couple other items that we will go into. But nonetheless, once you go ahead and progress, make sure you unlock two specific items to start off here, which is of course a blood attractor and a blood sack. And when it comes to actually making the items, once you do have them unlocked in your resource, you are going to be needing some metal or some salvageable metal, as well as some plant fibers. I did a video all about gathering them and the faster way to gathering them, so be sure to check the button up here somewhere and you can go ahead and see that video. But nonetheless, once you go ahead and get your hands on a whole bunch of these materials, we're going to go ahead and get that crafted. And of course, when it comes to the blood attractor, you are going to need 20 metal, and when it comes to the blood sack, we need 25 fiber and 5 pieces of metal. And I do highly recommend when it comes to the blood pack is make as many as you can, because the blood pack do have a limit of how much they can carry, with a grand total of 3,100, I guess, milliliters, whatever the chain weight or the weight is in Doom, I guess. But nonetheless, each of these will only be able to carry so much, and you want to go ahead and have a whole bunch of these. And the main reason for that, as you are progressing through a wackets, you will come across a whole bunch of areas, might it be campsite, dungeons, bases, that will have plenty of soldiers and bandits and whatnot scattered around. And of course, as you are progressing through them, you will go ahead and notice something once you go ahead and kill a few of the enemies in the camps. A brand new symbol over the corpses if you do have a blood attractor made. So if we go ahead and equip our blood attractor into our character, we can go ahead and walk on up to the characters, and of course you will notice the little green like triangle looking thing on your cursor. If you go ahead and left click, you will go ahead and start draining the blood, and you can see right there how much blood you just collected. So as you can see, every corpse that you drain blood from will go ahead and roughly give you about 1,000. And so for every roughly 3 corpses, you will go ahead and fill up one of these bags. So as you can see, the bags are going to fill up very quickly. So once again, ideally, that is why you want multiples of these. And when it comes to actually using the blood now, if you go into your inventory and hover over your blood pack, you can go ahead and see you can drink some of that blood just straight out of the blood pack to give you some extra health heal. And of course, you will go ahead and fix some of your dehydration, and as you can see under the water bar, a little bit of it have went down. This is an option, but this is something that is not ideal, especially in the long term, because as you continue on through the main story, and of course also through your research, you will go ahead and unlock a blood with final heal. They're gonna go ahead and require you to have a 70 scrap metal to actually put down in your base. And once you go ahead and put this down, you go ahead and have a few options here. So first of all, let's go over the use. So if we go ahead and hit E, we will be brought up to the wonderful menu. And from here, we got a few options. We have, of course, disposing of blood or depositing of blood. So all the blood you collected from your blood pack, you can go ahead and drop in here, and you can see exactly how many you have or how much percentage you have, as well as how it is doing at far of turning that blood into water. So as you can see, only 3% of blood will give up 1% of water. And we can go ahead and keep putting more and more blood in. So once again, another reason to have a lot of blood packs. And the more blood pack you have, more blood you can gather. And then more blood you can go ahead and put into the machine to turn into water itself. And since Dune Awakening is pretty combat focused, it is once again ideally to have multiple of the blood, because every enemy you kill will actually help you, not only help you level up and get loot, but also give you blood that can be used for the machine. So as the machine is going, it will go ahead and take some time to break it down. And of course, you can once again see the number of the percentage heal. But once you go ahead and have your water in the tank, there are a couple more things we can do. First of all, we can go ahead and attract the water. So if you have something like a jar or a cup that you can carry around with you, like a sippy cup in Dark Souls, you can go ahead and attract the water directly into that sippy cup. And of course, distant cups will have distant amount of water that it can go ahead and contain. So this is how you can go ahead and get water on actual, like, traveling around, and can drink on the fly other than drinking blood. But just know the items are other items that you either need to find, or you need to progress through the main story to unlock the schematics to actually craft them. So keep that in mind. But realistically, starting out till you get your hands on a lot of this, the main thing you probably going to be ending up doing here is, of course, by running up to the machine. We do have another option here, which is just hold E to just straight up drink out of the machine itself. The machine will become pretty much your at-base water supply that you can drink and collect from. And of course, if we go ahead and go back into use, if you do want to deposit water back in for whatever reason, once you have water in your sippy cup, you can go ahead and click the option to put it back in the machine. And with that, the other thing we can do here, which also involves more story progression a bit, you can also unlock these little containers, which you can go ahead and pretty much all this is I get the best way to think of them is just giant buckets or safes. That way you can go ahead and dash your water in this as well. So that is pretty much the main way we're going to be getting liquid and helping with our hydration when it comes to combat and blood and crafting. But there is one more option here, at least in the early game, that you can take advantage of. Once again, if you are progressing through the main story, you will hit a point where you can go ahead and unlock a steel suit, which some of you might be familiar with from the books or the movie, which is pretty much a almost set that will go ahead and give you some hydration back. So if you do want to go that route, just know there's a little more progression to the story, because you will need a couple more items to actually get this available. Not only do you got to unlock this, but you will also need to make you a fabricator, as well as a ore refiner, since you are going to be turning copper ore into metal that then you can use to go ahead and craft the item, since they will require some iron ingots, some sandwich fiber, and some plant fiber as well. So this is a little more I shouldn't say a little, a lot more deeper into the game, but eventually if you continue playing, you will unlock the ability to make the armor set. The only thing that come with it is, of course, some other armor set that you will get afterward that is more powerful. So that will become the trade-off. But do you keep less powerful armor for more hydration? But nonetheless, once you do have the armor equated, you will go ahead and notice a brand new tab right next to your water hydration meter here. And the thing to keep in mind about this is as your character have water on them, so actual water you drinking, and it starts depleting over time, since it does indeed slow down how long it takes to dehydrate, but you will still dehydrate, once again, just a little bit slower. But nonetheless, as you are losing water, you would notice the new little bar on the left will slowly start filling up. So pretty much how it operates mechanically is a small percentage. Your overall water supply, as it being lost, will be recycled back into you. And of course, if you do want to just drink from it, you can go ahead and hit F on the keyboard, and you will go ahead and drink a bit of it. So this is an armor set that actually fairly decent when it comes to elite hydration. So that might be something you might want to also look into, especially if you're doing long traveling, to take advantage of. And there you have it. There is everything you need to know about collecting water and hydration elite starting out in Dune Awakening. And hopefully you have found this video helpful in one way or another. If so, do the thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bells below, and of course make sure you come on over to my live stream, since I will be streaming a Doom Awakening. I might be live right now at the time of this video, so come on over to twitch.tv/troymaconn, as well as streaming here on YouTube. But for now, that would do it for me, but I will be back with any more how-to guides, walkthrough gameplay, everything under the sun, and of course all that jazz for Doom Awakening, as we are playing more and more, and with the release coming up in early June. And of course, like always, I will go ahead and see you in the comments.